So on Reddit, they're talking about the trends that people are going to be regretting in 10 years. That trend where a lot of people now think face tattoos are a really good idea, inspired by people like Jelly Roll and Post Malone that want to get it. You're seeing more and more. It used to be such like, oh my gosh, you have a face tattoo. But I mean, some of our Teddy Swims, some of our most prominent people now have face tattoos.
Would you watch a show called Face Tat Regret? And it's all about people who got face tats and like, man, do not do it. Take it from me. I was young.
Well, I think a lot of, surprisingly, I think even Jelly Roll, a lot of people were talking about, yeah, I kind of regret that. What was I thinking?
Young and dumb. We all do it.
Yeah. Another trend that people are going to regret in 10 years, Reddit says the broccoli haircut. I think every young man should have a regretful haircut.
I had the rat tail. You had the mullet.
Yeah, my son's got the broccoli haircut. So we'll see where he is one day. In 20 years, how does he feel about that broccoli haircut?
You're right. Every man goes through some kind of odd hair phase.
We do. It's just kind of a rite of passage for men in America. Ozempic. Some people said that people are going to regret that trend in 10 years. I think it's too soon to tell.
Everyone went full in on Ozempic without really knowing that much about it. I'm talking about for weight loss.
Yeah.
It's been on the market for a while for diabetes. And one of the things about it was when you went on it to control your diabetes, it also gave you the added bonus of, wow, you lost 20 pounds.
Right.
So it's not like it's a new drug.
I guess it works, though, because I know so many people who are on it, and they're quite open about it now, too. They're not even hiding it.
You should be, because there's no shame in the game. Look, if you want to look cute and you want to fit back in your clothes before you had kids or before you got a big pot belly, no judgment from over here. Let's all just feel good and live good.
Yeah, humans have, without a doubt, we've said, screw exercising. We're done with it.
Right.
There are some people that have abused Ozempic, though, and those people, you can get health problems from it. You can cause major issues on the inside if you abuse it and overuse it.
It's probably too soon to tell. I think that somebody is just projecting that in 10 years we'll regret the Ozempic trend. But yeah, I think right now it seems like it is doing good, but I guess we'll find out. Somebody else said sending your DNA to a random company might be something you'll regret in 10 years.
Yeah, I think about that because I did that 23andMe. Somebody gave it to me one year as a Christmas gift, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Let me figure out my whole ancestry. But now, okay, they've got my DNA. Who knows what kind of evil, Dr. Evil petting a hairless cat's going to do with it.
Someone I know very close did this, and they did not like the results they got back. In fact, they cursed the company and said they were wrong and no way. And then about 3 or 4 months later, they kind of came to and said, I think they were right. I just was emotional about it. They found some stuff out.
Well, some people grew up thinking, I know a guy who grew up thinking he was German. His dad told him, you're German, we're German. They had Lederhosen. They went to Oktoberfest. They were German to the max. Potato pancakes. And then all of a sudden, he did one of those tests, and he found out he wasn't a bit German, and he was devastated. His parents lied to him.
To the person I know, they lived their whole life thinking one thing, and they got the results and go, what? They're liars. They do not know me or my blood.
Yeah.
And if your parents knew and they lied to you and told you were German, I bet they never expected something like 23andMe to come along.
No, in the case I'm talking about, the parents weren't lying. I think they were just stupid.
Getting advice from TikTok influencers instead of actual experts might be a trend we regret in 10 years.
I agree. Just because you've got X amount of followers doesn't mean you're necessarily an expert in anything.
Yeah. Giving your children unfettered access to technology, something we were just talking about.
Yeah, it's too easy to get that porn.
Yeah. I think parents are starting to realize that now. Going, maybe I shouldn't have let the kid have
hand it to him.
Computer at age 4.
Right.
Whoopsie.
Yep. Giving kids really terrible names. I mean, those are we regret in a couple decades. The proliferation of sports betting, getting to the point that we're just betting on everything now. I saw today that there is a site where people are betting on the fires in Los Angeles.
What?
There's a thing you can legit do with.
Yeah, you can go, I guess, and maybe I haven't seen it specifically. I don't know how they do it. I don't know if you're picking out a celebrity's home you think might burn or an area or whatever. But yeah, people are kind of looking at that saying, maybe we're getting a little too crazy with our betting.
That's bad karma
Yeah,
right
maybe we
there.
shouldn't bet on things that are really morbid. Just a thought. Buying NFTs could be one of those regrets. I don't even think it's going to take 10 years. I think we might be there now.
Yeah, nobody's buying them anymore.
Yes, and buying Cybertrucks. Somebody said. So, interesting things. 10 years from now, I'll have to play this back and find out if it was right.
This is how we do. It's the KVJ Show.